Capricorn, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting July 17th, 2017. And yes, I noticed I'm doing something a little bit differently this week, and that is because I want to kind of show off the new cards. Everyone, if you guys have been watching me a while, you know that every time I get a new set of cards, or most every time I get a new set of cards, I do try to, spend just a week, kind of letting them, be showcased. So it's just for this 1 week, So what I'm going to be working with now is the Llewellyn Tarot, which is actually one that I used to work with before I even, before even YouTube existed, back when I was in college and working a regular job and all that kind of stuff. Love this deck very, very much. And then I also got a new Oracle deck, the Druid Animal Oracle, which is actually pretty damn cool. And you know how hard it is for me to find Oracle decks. I'm actually going to be doing a review of these on my vlog channel, Scarlet Magic, if you're interested in that. They'll be coming out later on this weekend, after I go on my trip, or maybe while I am. Which brings me to segue to my next point. I'm actually not going to be available to do readings this week, either by appointment or by video file. So I'm not going to be able to do those. I'm not going to be in town. So, and I won't have my cards with me. So, just a quick, just so you know about that. Now, if you do order video files, they will go into a queue. And I will be taking care of those in the order they are received. I come back on the evening of the 21st or 22nd, depends, it's kind of an overnight possibility, and I will be working through those then as soon as I come back into town. And those of you who are interested in appointments, you already know how that works. You actually order, you make your appointment through the online scheduler. You don't even need to email me. So just a heads up though, between the 16th and the 22nd, I will be unavailable. But also, quick reminder, the Tarot Home Study course is up for sale on my website, integrativemysticism.com. Remember, it's $35 for over 3 hours of instructional video with me, as well as supporting documents from the book I'm working on, which includes spreads, includes interpretation sheets, and all kinds of good stuff. So if you're interested in that, again, you just go to my website, same place you'd go to schedule a session with me. So what's going on with your cards this week? What's going on? What are your cards? Let's do your astrology first. How about that? I'm looking right at the cards, so I'm like, oh, the cards. So astrologically this week is kind of interesting. We have some really intense energies Monday and Tuesday, and the rest it's very relaxed. On Monday, we've got two big angles, and Monday could be a tough day. I'm not going to lie. You know me, I don't sugarcoat things. And, on Monday we've got Venus, planet of love and harmony and all of that kind of stuff, moving through your 6th house of work, reputation, and your schedule, forming a square to Neptune, currently in your 3rd house of communications, pacts, and promises. And when we have that kind of a square, the best way to paraphrase it, for simplicity, is there's kind of a tainted or compromised opportunity being put on the table, either through work, through a collaborator, through a group project, and it's not something that is a really safe risk for anyone to take. And it may seem a bit too good to be true, whether this is something that we think is going to give us, more leverage down the road when it comes to better work opportunities, more challenging work opportunities, training opportunities. This could be a situation where we might think that, this is going to really put us and our business and the work that we do on the map. I'm back in the squeaky chair. In all truth, this may actually be something that pulls our energy away from something more important. This could create a conflict of interest that we have a really hard time coming back from. So, be extra careful and scrutinizing with whatever's put on the table on Monday. We've also got on Monday Mars in your 7th house of partnerships, your closest one-on-one relationships. That's your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, husband, wife, business partner, roommate, forming a tense square to Uranus, currently in your 4th house of home and family. And it does look like there may be a large fight that kind of breaks out, either between you and a relative regarding a partner, or you and a partner regarding a relative. It may not be a romantic partner. Again, this may be a best friend. This may be a, or even an old friend or something along those lines. And the thing about this has to do with this relative's erratic behavior, justified or unjustified. It doesn't seem like anyone is actually helping you help, the situation, whether a partner is trying to pull your attention away and compete with them where they shouldn't, or this relative is causing too many problems and won't let themselves be helped. This is a situation that does need to have a firm grasp, but I don't think it needs to be on Monday. Honestly, I think that people are going to be too riled up. Some people out there, if they get too emotional, they get too hysterical, they get too agitated, they're not going to be capable of holding on to the plan of action anyway. It's just not a good day to go and have that confrontation, and if it's brought to you, reschedule. On Tuesday, we've got a lovely angle. Believe it or not, we've got Venus in that 6th house of work reputation, again in your schedule, forming a gorgeous trine to Jupiter in your 10th house of career, and we've got an unexpected opportunity to become very, very popular. Whether this bolsters your sales or bolsters your, public awareness of you and your business, or bolsters, awareness of you in a public way, around the office, getting us, important information from need-to-know people, or even getting us favors from authority figures. There may be an unexpected gift waiting for you, just for you. So after that very polar first 2 days of the week, what do we got going on with the cards? For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we've got the 10 of Pentacles upright. Beautiful card. It's probably the best financial card in the whole deck, because the 10 of Pentacles does talk about not only wealth, but it talks about it's almost like an ending with a new beginning. When I look at the 10 of Pentacles, I see something that's not only going to pay out big in the beginning, but it's going to continue to pay and stay secure over time. This may actually be a new job that you find is a drastic improvement over what you've been used to, what you could expect for your industry. This could also be an opportunity for a lot of you to promote yourself or get in line for a promotion, or possibly even compete for a raise that is actually no competition at all. The 10 of Pentacles often also shows up as some kind of breakthrough in your personal finances, whether it's coming through a regular job or from another matter. And the nice thing about this is it is going to be something that is an award you can actually claim for yourself. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we've got the Fool upright. And the Fool is indicating here that there may actually be a new social horizon being met this week. Whether we are actually making new friends because somebody new is moving into the neighborhood, or we're joining a new social group, or being enveloped in a new social group entirely. The Fool card upright is indicating that this is going to be somebody, or possibly a group of somebodies, that is from outside your norm in terms of either the culture you surround yourself with, whether it's the social culture, the economic culture, the spiritual culture, the political culture, the neighborhood culture. We have somebody kind of breaking you out of a bubble. And this may actually be very, very important, and I know you guys, I know you Capricorn people, I know you don't like to be in the bubble. You don't like to be in the echo chamber. You don't want to live, walk, talk, and act in a situation where everyone is thinking and doing all the same things. So this could be some necessary diversity, but also a very, very prolific character, I think, coming into your space. And they're going to stay in a very good way. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Cups upright. Sometimes it's hard for us to actually cope with generous emotional honesty from a person, and the Ace of Cups upright indicates that I think that you may be having a hard time being the recipient of somebody's good, I guess you could say generosity, somebody's kindness, somebody's affection. You may be feeling a bit like it's almost too much. It's almost, whether it's inappropriate timing, or possibly just more than you were expecting, or more than you bargained for from him or her. This could very well indicate an opportunity in love and romance, absolutely yes, but again, the timing just seems all wrong. But remember, it's just 1 week, so it may be okay later on. The Ace of Cups, however, can also show here that you may actually have a hard time coming to terms with when a person is truly being honest with their beliefs and with their feelings, and whether or not they're sharing good feelings for you. You may not take them as seriously as you should, and you've got to be careful about that. If you don't take somebody seriously, especially when they're giving you love and affection, you may actually be very harmful for them to, to watch you try to come to terms with it and accept it. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Four of Swords upright. So it looks like maybe when it comes to love and romance, I think a lot of you Capricorn people are going to be feeling like you want to give yourself a time out. The Four of Swords can indicate it may be a bit of a slow week for new love and new romance opportunities. I'm not going to lie. Again, it's just for 1 week. After Venus goes into Cancer at the end of the month, believe me, there'll be plenty of opportunities. But the Four of Swords can indicate some downtime, or maybe some quiet time taken apart, in an opportunity to let everyone recharge. The Four of Swords can indicate communications being a bit slower with your crush. You may not be getting as many emails, as many text messages, as many phone calls. But again, it's nothing actually bad. The Four of Swords upright, however, in a good fashion for both coupled and single Capricorns alike, is that, the good news with this is even though things are fewer, there seems to always come a binge with the Four of Swords. So things may be quiet 4 days out of the week, but we may actually end up spending 24 to 48 hours with our sweetheart after all. So it's really definitely one of those sort of, okay, feast or famine kind of weeks when it comes to love and romance. It all depends on the kind of person that you are, honestly. Personally, I'm the kind of person who'd prefer to be like, look, I'd rather spend all day with you 2 days a week than, have, this expectation we're going to call and text 15 times a day. Other people are the opposite. So I don't know what your whole chart looks like, but it doesn't look like something that I would complain about. How about you? For your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Wren. And the Wren is very interesting because the Wren talks about, being subtle but also cunning about noticing change before everyone else does. When we think about paying attention to when something's about to change direction or change course, the Wren isn't somebody out there, tooting their horn, talking about how smart they are, bragging, yelling and screaming and all of that. No, but the Wren is already getting ready. The Wren sees the storm coming. When we think about, I think we got this, yeah, we did get this card for another sign. I always think about, how animals seem to always know, okay, when there's an earthquake coming, when there's a storm coming before other people do, and sometimes it's not an earthquake or a storm, sometimes it's a good thing, all right, but the Wren card is basically saying, get prepared for something to, to kind of take others by surprise. You may be giving some inside information. You're supposed to be humble in keeping to yourself, but also learning how to act accordingly. Pay attention to where you are, where your instincts are actually showing you that something is not going to remain the way it is, even though perhaps the crowd, or perhaps even popular opinion would speak the opposite. There always is somebody out there, a scientist, an economist, a public speaker, a teacher, who's kind of arrived at the correct conclusion, but they're not. Sometimes it's up to them to get prepared, not necessarily sit around and wake other people up if they don't want to be woken up, and that might be something that we do have to humbly accept every once in a while with the Wren. So that is your horoscope, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.